India. I'm going to write NEET and then pursue MDS. Some of them will be thinking, you know what, I want to start practice right away. And then some of you may also be thinking, can I go abroad to maybe pursue some higher education? And how do I do that? And that's the reason why we are here. I would like to thank Dr. Ranjit and the entire staff here at Chetna Dental College for giving us this opportunity, for partnering with us in terms of helping their students, in terms of giving them the opportunity to pursue higher education and looking at perspectives of what can you do after completing your BDS. That's why we are here today, to create that awareness for you guys. So there are universities in the US where all you need is just your BDS grades. You need to have at least 60% across your 4 years. So you basically have to create an average percentage. You need to calculate every single year, like across 4 years, what is your average percentage. If you have at least 60%, you're eligible to apply for this. And then you also have to write your TOEFL or IELTS. It's a very, very simple English test. You write that. And then with that, we can apply for directly masters in ortho or pedo or endo, whatever field you're interested in. It's a 3-year program. And then right after you graduate, you're eligible to practice and that particular specialty that you choose. So that's like a very, very good opportunity for a lot of new students who want to pursue directly masters. The only catch to this is only some universities offer that without license exams. Some universities basically require you to write IMBDE, which is the Integrated Licensing Board exam. I wouldn't say it's a difficult exam. It's a fairly straightforward exam, considering that you guys have passed all your BDS exams and everything. Most of you should be able to clear that exam with about just 2 months of preparation. In the past we have seen so many students, they basically study for about 2 months and they're able to clear the IMPD. Once you clear that, you're eligible to apply to a lot more universities. But if you say that, you know what, I don't want to write any license exam, you can still apply to these programs at some of these universities. And some of these universities also includes Harvard. You can see that. Harvard University doesn't even require that. So there are a lot of opportunities like that. Last option here is Masters in Oral Health Sciences or Oral Biology. So this is basically for students who want to get into the academic line, who want to say that, you know what, I want to become a researcher, I want to become a professor. That's what this is for. Or you can also work in like dental companies. See, unlike India, there are a lot of dental companies in US and Canada. And India also has dental companies, but then the scale in US and Canada is very high. There's a lot of dental companies. And they do like big scale manufacturing, big scale supplies. And then over there, you can work like in the clinical division as a product specialist, as a product manager in the dental company after graduating from these degrees. So you will still stay in your line. You're not, all of the things that we're discussing today is purely about dentistry. We're not talking about, getting into the management line or health administration or hospital administration, nothing like that. All of this is purely focused on dentistry. Alright? So I'm going to pause there and see if anyone has any questions. I want questions because this is all new information. Okay, go ahead. Does anyone, do you have another mic?
Is the DDS same as the DDS here in India? Is it 3 years plus 3 years?
Good question. So, DDS is basically, there is a separate DDS program for international students. So, this DDS that I'm talking about is basically exclusively for internationally trained dentists. So, what will happen is, DDS is usually a 5-year program. Okay? But you guys, if you apply for this, you will join the 3rd year of the program directly because you already have a BDS. Ultimately, it's the same degree, right? Equivalency. But since you guys did your BDS here, it's not equivalent, so you have to join that 3rd year of the program and do that program again. That's what it is. Anything else?
This masters in ortho prosto, can they start practicing directly?
Directly, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very, I wouldn't say very new, but it's a fairly new initiative that a lot of these universities have started. It wasn't there like 10 years ago.
Pedo is also there.
Pedo is also there.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
If I completed my BDS, then if I'm going to join masters in ortho or prof or something,
Yeah.
then after completing my 3 years program, I can directly do my clinicals
Yes.
without any license exam.
Yeah, because that's the whole idea behind this.
So for joining also, for particular universities alone, we don't need of writing that
Correct.
IMD.
Correct.
What is a catch? What is
So the catch, the catch is, again, good question. That's what I was going to get to after a point. The only catch is there are only limited universities for that. Okay? And the other catch is, some of these universities have a rule that you can only practice in about, say, 15 states in the US. There's more than 50 different states in the US, right? But then the other catch is that, if say, for example, you do it for Harvard, they allow you to practice in those 15 different states in the US. But then it's not really a catch because all of those 15 states are very well recognized states. There's no reason for you to go to these other states because all of these 15 states are very big states. So that's the only other factor. But it's the least of the worry for you to think about that.
no? Is it like if I have done only masters in ortho, let's say, I can practice only ortho?
Of course, yes.
I cannot practice general dentistry.
Oh no, that you can. That you can. What I meant was if you're asking if you can practice endo, you cannot practice endo, of course, because you're an ortho specialist, right? Yeah. So you can practice general, of course you can. So when you're practicing in a clinic, if you see a patient, if you want to do general dentistry, of course you can do. Yeah. Because you get a license. In US and Canada, the way it works is they don't judge you by a degree. Over here in India, they want to see, do you have an MBS or do you have a BDS? But over there, it's all about do you have a license to practice or not. It's all about license. You will get at the end of the day, after you graduate from this degree, they will give you a license. That's what you need to provide everywhere. No one will ask you what is your qualification. Over there, it's very, very different. So that's why all of these are same. You do this or this, everything is same at the end of the day. Everyone is going to make the same amount of money. So don't think that someone having BDS is going to make more money than this. It's the same. Because, like I told you, they want to see if you have the license or not to practice. That's what matters. A good question, Mark. Yeah.
After MPH, we have to do internship. So the universities will be providing the organization by
Correct.
themselves, or we have to go.
The universities will help, but if you want, you can also search on your own. But university has a separate student council where they will help you find potential internships. Yeah. Yeah.
About the masters in ortho. Other than 15 states, where are the other places will be recognizable?
You can practice in Canada. You can practice in Australia, New Zealand.
Commonwealth countries. All Commonwealth countries.
Yeah. There are a few countries, not everywhere, but all the major countries you can practice. Sorry?
India.
Well, of course you can practice because you have BDS here, right? Since you have BDS here, you can practice here anytime. Anyone else? What about interns?
நாமளும் போயிடலாமா?
Here.
அப்படிதான் தோணுது மேம்.
So was this like an